Jimbo, and tonight, we are in Park City, Utah. Yes, I'm getting around the country. Park City, Utah, with two, not only of my best customers, but two of my best friends. Because they were customers and now they're best friends, Miss Dirk and Tawna Harris in the house. Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
It's like, yeah, these two dogs. You'll be good.
Just drinks on this right now.
Yeah.
Let's get started.
You want some? This is beautiful.
This is beautiful.
Wow.
It's breathtaking.
Wow. Brett, I'm telling you, Park City is. And this, where we're at now, is an equestrian community. What's it? Promontory?
Promontory.
So they say it?
Mhm.
Promontory, Utah, which is just a tick north of Park City.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, something like
Yep.
that.
Yeah. Up
Anyway,
on the mountain.
beautiful part of the
Beautiful.
country.
Yes.
Oh my
It's
gosh,
gorgeous.
beautiful, beautiful. So y'all are just up the road in Wyoming.
Yeah,
it
we're
took
about an
us-
hour away,
Yeah.
hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah. Not too
So
far.
yeah, so that's they come down tonight, hang out with us, hang out with us cool kids, and we're gonna go to dinner later.
Yeah.
And so I gotta tell you a funny story. So before we get into how we met through the trailer business, I was at a barrel race, Crown. What is the Royal Crown? Royal Crown
Yeah.
Futurity in Rock Springs. Gosh dang it,
Rock
Rock
Springs. Yeah.
Springs, Wyoming, 2 years
I
ago.
shouldn't help with this story.
No, but you're gonna take it.
Okay.
So we were at this barrel race and had a horse sale. Well, I told Dirk and Tawna that I was going to be in town, so they're not far from there. So they came down for the horse sale, and so I've got a buyer's number, and I shouldn't have done that. And we decided that we were going to knock the bottom out of the bottom of a Pendleton. Many Pendleton bottles.
Yeah.
But the good thing is, nobody bought my horse.
We didn't buy it.
We
I
just
don't don't think anybody did.
So, we might have held it up a few times, but we got out of it.
And I think that once we were having a really good time, we decided to take the party elsewhere too, because we were.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
so-
the many places in Rock Spring,
Yeah,
Wyoming that
oh,
you
yeah.
can take the party.
Oh, yeah.
Good times. Good times in Hot Springs.
Gosh, that was a good night. That was a freaking good night. I'm glad y'all came down and rescued me.
Yeah.
That wasn't that long.
We had a good time too.
Rock Springs, yeah. If you can find a good time in that town, you are the man.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You are the man. Wow. So, tell me about Dirk and Tawna.
Oh,
What's your story?
Oh, man. We met 12 years ago now. And since then, I was like, that's the one.
never
Sugar
looked
mama
back.
there and never looked back.
True love.
Yeah, and then met her two boys. And
Yeah. They were young then. Now they're like all but grown, but they were little then. I think they were, 7 and 4, something like that. So yeah, youngins, and came in, and now we just, live this Western lifestyle and chase kids.
And you do it well. You do it well. Their kids are amazing. The boys are freaking amazing ropers. And so give me a little background on Lyman. And y'all grew up there,
I did.
right?
Yep.
Well,
He was born and raised there. I was born and raised in Wyoming. A few different communities, just like right around the area. And I moved there, before I met him. So we met in Lyman.
Yeah, so like the Bridger Valley, we call it. There's like four little post office towns. And I think there's about 6,000 people total.
So it wasn't
There's
hard
not
to
even-
so it's one of those big Wyoming metropolis.
Yeah.
There's not even a stoplight in our town.
Yeah.
The whole area.
Yeah.
There's one flashing 4-way stop that nobody knows how to use, and it's really busy from the Utah
It's
traffic
true.
coming to the gorge. It's a nightmare when you get there. Some days it's like, hey, you gotta stop. It says stop.
Yeah, it's a mess.
They don't stop, and they turn the
Oh
No.
God, I love Wyoming. Just freaking love
So
Wyoming.
everyone knows your business before you know it, because we're a small town. So
Yeah.
he heard Tana's getting divorced, and he
Boom.
I moved in fast.
Put your name in the hat.
I was,
Rest
when
is
she worked at
history.
the Polaris store, I was all about it. Now. She was married, so I was respectful and stayed away. And then I heard it, and I'm like, boom, coming in.
I still wore a wedding ring. He
Coming
threw
in.
him off though. Threw him off. He came in one day and with some friends, and I still had a wedding ring on, just, and he said that he kept coming in to see when I'd have that wedding ring on.
Persistent.
I was
Good job. Good job, man. Proud of you.
He's not giving up.
Good job. Well, so all right, so I just heard your granddad
Yeah, my
was
great-grandfather.
great granddad was
Yeah.
in the Wyoming.
Cowboy Hall of Fame. Yeah,
The
Wyoming.
first class.
The first set of inductees. He was in the first class. So
So what was his name?
Bert Harvey.
Bert Harvey. Remember that?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Bert
so
Harvey.
cool.
Yeah, he was an amazing cowboy. He was up in Big Piney. We have roots there in Bridger Valley. Some of my grandparents, they homesteaded there, but he was up in Big Piney and cowboyed up there, and
All his life.
yeah, all his life.
Wow.
There's a museum, I guess, in Big Piney, and
And
some of
he's in
his
it? Wow,
some
how
of his
freaking
stuff
cool
is
is
in
that? Did you know that?
I didn't know it until we met, and then it was like what, year 2 we
Yeah.
were dating, married,
Yeah,
and we got this invitation. He was going to be inducted, and it's like
it's pretty cool.
we gotta go.
Yeah,
I don't
Absolutely.
know the guy, but I'm gonna go. And we
Yeah.
went, and oh my,
It was really
they know
cool.
how to do it up right there.
That's
They
so
It was
cool.
so
celebrated
fun,
him.
and
It
we
was
celebrated. And
yeah. It's really
So-
cool honor.
You saw I was in North Dakota
Yeah.
Cowboy Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
How would you because I'm telling you that was to me that's one of the best ones out there.
Yeah.
I've not had the pleasure of going to Wyoming's.
you should
It's
have
a
been.
huge deal. It's a
I
huge
know it
deal.
is. I just
Yeah.
never been.
I mean,
I bet it's close to
I
North
think so.
Dakota.
Right.
they really.
That's what we're all about. In Wyoming.
Oh, absolutely.
North Dakota's
Our
Right on.
cowboys.
farming and ranching.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, they did it up. It was a whole weekend event. You had, auctions and dances and all the things. And concerts and
Friday
it was,
night we showed up and left Sunday morning. And
yeah.
Giddy
up.
We celebrated the whole weekend. So,
Giddy up.
Yeah, it's really
So that leads me to my next question. I mean, y'all were born and raised in Wyoming. So what do you love? What do you love about the great state of Wyoming?
Oh,
man. Not
Not
the winters. yeah.
and
Not
right
the
now
winter.
the weather's beautiful. It's
Yeah.
94s are high probably in the summer usually, and
Mhm.
it's just the wide open spaces and
Yeah.
the opportunity to raise our kids in such a good small community
Absolutely.
that still teach the kids the hard work. And every kid most kids have jobs out on the ranches in the summer. And
Western values.
Yeah, absolutely. And small town living is always good. I mean, our schools, people come from, cities or big places, and they can't believe our schools. I mean, we have great school systems. It is really special where we're at. It's like having a private school right there. So it's been amazing to raise kids there. I mean, now they're 19 and 16, but it's been a privilege to raise your kid in such a small place.
I mean, graduating classes are less than 50
Yeah.
students in Lyman and 50 students in Mountain View. So it's just, and everybody watches out for everybody.
Yeah.
And they might call and tell you, hey, your kid's doing this before your kid can even get home, which is good in a way, but
No, I get it.
when you're a kid, it's not.
Yeah,
so
but
fun.
they start out earlier in life out there, right? Because you have to.
Yeah.
Right? You have to. You start driving at 7, 8
Oh,
years
man.
old. You start driving a tractor, you start riding horseback at that. I mean, because
I mean, our
You
kids,
have
our kids are 16 years old and they know how to pull a horse trailer.
Yeah, right.
I mean, the first year that we were together, we were picking up hay in our field because we got little small bales and we don't have a stack wagon. Braxton's driving the truck and the trailer, with a big old gooseneck, and we have a cooler sitting in there so you can see over the hood. And he hit a few hay bales and put us in the ditch once, and it was just like, the next year he did not hit a hay bale, he did not put it in the ditch. Because he knew that just bucked everybody off the trailer. But it's just what it's about.
God, I love stories like that. So love stories. It's Western. It is, to me, it's Western culture at its finest. I mean, because you said wide open spaces. If y'all have never been to Wyoming, that's exactly what it is.
It
And
is.
winters, I have such a soft spot in my heart for cattlemen in Wyoming. In the winter, calving cows, because that is absolutely the biggest job, I think, on the planet.
I agree.
Oh,
I agree. And our oldest, that's what he's doing right now is a career. He's a cowboy, and I'm like, why? Like, I don't understand it. I mean, I get like
Thank God. Thank God there's
They
still.
get 20 outside in the blustery wind and it's terrible. I went to go outside and you have to take care of the animals, and he's out calving and staying up all night. And I'm like, this is literally the hardest job ever. And it is to put meat on the table, and I appreciate it so much. But when you live it, you really do appreciate those things.
Yeah, and you don't know any other.
No.
Y'all don't know any other life.
He absolutely loves it. Like we
snowing
love it.
sideways and he's outside just smiling.
Yeah, he's ate up.
Yeah.
He's ate up with.
Different breed.
It is go underground.
Yeah.
I'm out of there.
Yeah.
Because you're in what business? You're in a.
Tawna mines. I work underground every day, so.
You're underneath.
Yeah, 850 feet. We ride down in a cage, and it's 65, 70 degrees year round under there.
That takes a different cat too to do that.
It's cool. Get you on a tour out
You
there.
love it, don't you?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I should get you on a tour. Stop there on Thursday whenever you're headed to Cheyenne. I'll take you underground.
I don't know.
Is there tunnels that go that far?
Yeah, we ride a cage down.
There's
Okay.
tunnels that go that far though.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we
Wow.
from one side of the mine to the other is probably 20 miles worth of back roads, and
It's pretty.
That's
cool.
a trip.
Yeah.
That is a trip.
It's
That's cool.
amazing. I take customers down because I work in the same industry, but I don't go down there every day. I work from home and work out of Houston. But I have to take customers down, and every time I take them, it's the most amazing experience for them. So you should try it someday.
Yeah.
You'd love it.
Yeah. Right on.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Can we take some pedal? No, we can't.
Yeah.
Never mind. Forget about
That wasn't ever said.
that. Didn't you get trouble?
Yeah.
So, tell me about. So y'all been rodeoing a minute, right?
Mhm.
So how I got to meet these awesome people was they are we're in need of a horse trailer, another horse trailer. I'm in a horse trailer business. They decided, thank gosh, they chose rodeo rigs. So they are not only two of my best friends, but they're also my best customers also. So why rodeo rigs?
Oh man, I love our rodeo.
wild story.
Yeah.
Wild story.
You love stories.
Yeah.
So we were 2 weeks right before high school rodeo started.
It was real. quick.
Our oldest comes to us and wants our high school rodeo, so we got the horse and we're like, well, maybe we should learn how to dolly. And we got him ready to
That'd be
go.
good.
He didn't have a horse.
In
And
2
he
weeks.
didn't have a horse. He hadn't dallied on a steer yet. I mean, he would just straight stop him. And we were like, oh my gosh, we got to get some things in order.
And so it's probably like 2 weeks before, like
Yeah.
we're stopping, we're roping and going to Lyman to the little local rodeo and everything. And I'm like, well, we're going to be traveling all over the state of Wyoming. We need to get a living quarters horse trailer because 7 hours, hotel room, we didn't have time to order a new one or get a new one. So we went and found a used one. And then the next year, we're like, and if he doesn't like it,
What if he doesn't like it?
we don't want to buy this brand new trailer because I have a rope, but we don't need a living quarters for what I do. And so I told Tawna, a year later, Chaz was just loving it. And I said, hey, babe, I contacted Rodeo Rigs yesterday. And she's like, you what? And I'm like, I contacted Courtney. And
So
Courtney
we
said,
kind of knew who Courtney was.
Mhm.
I have a cousin.
Yeah,
Married
because
his
you're
Married
related,
Courtney's
which is
niece. Yeah, it's so funny.
2 degrees of separation.
Yeah, exactly.
Courtney said, Jimmy will be getting a hold of you tomorrow morning.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay.
Who's Jimmy?
Who's Jimmy? We're sitting inside watching our son rodeo at the Icebreaker in Ogden, Utah, and Jimmy calls me. We're sitting there talking, and I went back in. I told Tawna, I said, if they do the deal that we just discussed on the phone, we're going to be signing papers on a new trailer today. And she's like, no way.
No.
It wasn't 20 minutes later. Jimmy called me back and says, Dirk, I did better. And I'm like, you did better?
You did better.
And he gave us the deal, and I'm like, sign it. And he said, okay, email address. I shipped over the email address, and he signed the paper. And I told him, hey, send that guy some money.
Send the deposit.
Send the deposit.
We gotta get this
Send
trailer.
that guy some money. You know that thing.
Yeah.
Kind of makes the
That
world
little
go
thing.
round.
Yeah, that little thing. So we did.
And then COVID hit
Yeah.
and just jacked it all
No,
up.
I did, but
Yeah.
not. I mean, yeah. So that was a problem. And you know what? You know, when you get that automatic that intuition, right? That
Mhm.
man, these are good freaking people. Just over the phone, hadn't even met you guys,
No.
and I'm like, man, I love these guys.
Mhm.
And it was instant. And then when we met,
Oh my
it
gosh.
was just like, oh It was just like,
that day.
We were best friends.
We were best friends.
in Douglas.
It was high school state finals is when you delivered the
Yes.
trailer to us to put in.
Oh, I remember that morning. I was sitting there. We were in bed. It was 7 o'clock in the morning.
In the old trailer.
Yeah, in the old trailer. And my phone rings. And I'm like, Jim Campbell. I answer it. And
I
he's
hope
like,
he's not telling us we're gonna be delayed
Yeah.
for 5 weeks.
we thought it'd be another couple weeks before we got it. He's like,
Psych, your trailer's not done.
Your trailer's here.
I'm at Rodeo Rick's facility and your trailer's here. I can bring it to you tomorrow. I'm like, you what? Okay, let's do it.
We have the trailer.
Right,
there.
because that was when we had no idea when we were getting trailers. I mean, absolutely, we were in the dark. If they showed up, they showed up, right?
Yeah.
And we didn't.
Crazy times.
Yeah.
But every update you guys got, we got. I'm
Yeah.
saying an hour of you getting it. You were
Yeah.
on the phone with us, texting us. Like we were family, and you
And
just.
I have a story about that day. One of my favorite Jimmy stories. And
Oh,
I
I
live
knew
it to
this
this day.
was
and we decided to go to lunch afterwards. I don't know if this is the story you're thinking of, but I love it. But we went to lunch and we were visiting, had a great lunch, and automatic bond. Like we just hit it off.
Oh, big time.
It was like we'd been friends forever.
Yep.
And we go to leave. And Jimmy goes up and he goes and he buys, there was a table of officers. I think they were sheriffs.
Police
Yeah, police
That's
officers.
what's Wyoming.
And he went and bought their lunch and didn't tell them. And then he just walked by and said, "Thank you for your service." And, we just walked out and we both looked at each other, Dirk and I, and we're like, he's our people. Like, this is our people. We just love him. From that moment, we were like, yeah, we love him. So now every time we go, we were just in Casper, Wyoming at
Yeah.
Eggington's, and we were having breakfast and there was officers in there. And
Did
I
you
was
do
like,
the same thing?
I did the same thing in
We're there
honor
for
of
high school
Jimbo.
rodeo. We're go eat breakfast. Our tradition every morning. The first thing we go to Eggington's, and they were all in there. And we bought there. They were lifting around, and we just walked out.
No,
We don't want no
so cool.
recognition about it. You just
Man,
want
that's
to do
all. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Love that. Good for you
So-
guys. Good for you. I do that. I do that as
Yeah.
Vanessa and I do that as much as we can, and then do the same thing. I won't even freaking tell them. I'll just say, "Hey, I got this," and then
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Some guys give away those service scores.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
absolutely.
cool. So,
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. I'm gonna do this. Thank you all your officers out there that are maybe watching or not. Thank you for all you do. You don't get enough recognition. You don't get enough praise. So from all the bottom of our hearts, thank you.
absolutely.
So you're a rodeo family,
Yeah.
obviously. So boys are, you got one in college, one is still in high school.
Yeah. He, our oldest, he's gonna take this year. He's working. He's on a ranch and he's working and he's living his dream. He has horses. He's
Chaz.
Yep.
He's such a cool freaking.
He got one horse and he's started it and now it's his like main rope horse and he's done really well with it. So now he has some young ones and he's
He's got
training
5
them.
of
And,
them, doesn't he?
yeah, he's like 5 horses that he's working with and he's gonna make some rodeo horses and he's
Right
doing really
on.
good with that. He's living his best life, just living his dream
Thermopolis, Wyoming.
in Thermopolis.
He's in Thermopolis? I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
oh, that town.
That is, yeah, you make cowboys out there.
yeah.
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 Damn sure make
And
cowboys out there.
Braxy's 16. He's going to be a junior, and he's living his best. Yeah, I mean, he keeps us going. There is not a jackpot within 100 miles.
Hence tomorrow night, jackpot.
Yeah. Yeah.
That kid, he is obsessed with it.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's
And
obsessed.
roping phenomenal. We went just Saturday. We went to Green River, Wyoming to rope, and we're roping, and we make the short go. Braxton's first call, second call, and I'm like, oh, okay. I'm sixth call. I'm like, oh yeah, this is great. Kids are whipping me. I go out there and we rope a pretty good steer, and we go first place, and then next thing I know, I'm third place, and Braxton backs in the box, and I'm like, oh, this kid, he feeds off this energy.
He does.
He goes out there, smokes
A
it.
little bit competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 seconds, smokes it. I'm like, fourth place. They have 4 holes. He goes out
High
there,
call.
ropes the next one, high call. Wins the rope first, second. I get bumped out of the money. What did
Hey, like that.
It's bumped out.
Yeah, but you know what? If you're gonna get bumped,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's why I
He's
told him, might as
happy.
well be the one to beat me.
So how's your roping going?
It's going good. I haven't roped as much this summer as I've done in the past. Just so focused on Braxton and Chaz, like
That's
getting
cool.
them to the next level and just helping them. And I still rope and practice with them, but wherever they want to go.
So, but your roles kind of change. I mean,
Yeah.
your goals kind of changed.
Yeah.
What you want to do with your.
Yep. And I still travel and want to hit the World Series as much as we can. But when we go to the jackpots they can rope in, if there's something I'll rope. That's it. And just enjoy watching that. That's the number one priority right now. 2 more years and then I can
Two more years, are you gonna be empty nesters?
2 more years. Yeah.
Ooh.
Empty nester. What does that even? I don't even know what that looks like. Me-
2 more years. Okay, so you got 2 more years, I got a year. So you gotta make me a promise as of right now. 2 more years, 3 more years, whatever. Me and you are gonna rope.
Okay.
Deal?
Deal.
You're hearing it, you're seeing it.
Damn it! I thought we were gonna say let's go to Cancun on a vacation.
Oh, we
Finally,
still do that.
Oh.
Oh, we still do that. Yeah, we'll make time for that.
that too. Let's
Yes,
shoot on that too.
Cabo.
We're Cabo. Let's go to
Done.
Cabo.
Okay, you heard it. Right
We're
on.
roping and we're going to Cabo.
All right. What is, think about this, Harvard. What's the coolest thing that you love about this Western industry? Because y'all been around it all your lives. What do you love about it the most?
I like that handshake still means a handshake.
Oh.
It still means a deal.
Right on.
And the hard work that it teaches kids, like today's world, a lot of kids don't know how to work. And you get them out in the Western industry and the lifestyle, and they really learn how to
Don't
work.
have a
At
choice.
4 years old, they're driving a truck,
Exactly.
and 7 years old, they better learn how to buck a hay bale because their horses need fed. And
The
dad ain't
work
doing it all the
ethic
time.
is huge in this lifestyle. I mean, it truly is. I mean, it'd be cool if we had enough money to pay people to do nothing, but we don't. We have to do it ourselves. So
But we don't.
yeah, but we don't. So you learn that work ethic, and they learn it at a young age, and I think that's huge.
That has been across the board. Anytime I ask that or come close to asking that, it's the same answer. I talk about it all the time. I mean, how I grew up, how you grew up, we wouldn't change that
Mm-hmm.
for anything. And it's got us to be where we're at today.
Mhm.
And we talk about it. It's unfortunate that not all kids can go through that, right?
I
Yeah,
agree.
it's sad, but we're fortunate enough to let our kids get it. And
Yeah, good for you.
I mean,
I've watched your kids. Y'all are doing an amazing job because you got 2 amazing boys. I love them both. They're
Thank
cool.
you.
Cool kids.
Best compliment ever.
Cool kids. Yeah.
Thank you.
So story time, which we've got. Oh,
I know.
shock! We've been telling stories.
We've been doing it, right?
Oh my god.
So, but there's got to be a couple that y'all
Oh my goodness.
over the years. We'll narrow it down here. A couple rodeo stories. What's the one that just sticks in your mind that you laugh about every time you think of it?
We have a lot of them. I mean, you're dealing with Dirk Harris here, who even when you have like a rough situation or something's going wrong, he can spin it in a positive way. He's like, hey, we're alive, we're fine, everything's gonna be okay. And I'm like, the world's ending, and Dirk is just happy. And so, I mean, really, we have a lot of good.
You are
laughs
pretty
all the
freaking
time.
jovial.
He
Yeah,
is.
really,
that's
He
good.
is,
There's
like,
enough negative in this world. We gotta.
yeah.
True story.
I mean, we have 2 different kids, right? And so we chase them all around, and Chaz is a whole different breed, but Braxton is just a happy kid. He's a lot like, I mean, I know it's stepdad, but he's a lot like Dirk, and he's a happy kid. And the first time we took him to a roping ever, he decided he wanted a rope, and Dirk's like, all right.
We gotta slow down right here, though.
Okay, you go.
Because it's Christmas Day.
It is Christmas.
Braxton comes to us at noon and he says, "Hey, Dick, I want to rope in a mesquite over New Year's." And I look-
Mesquite, Nevada.
Yeah, and I look and I'm like, "That's
Sweet.
7 days away, and you haven't roped."
Yeah.
He's roped the horse. And
Well, it's like we better get at
He's
it.
never been on the horse. And I'm like,
He haven't dallied on a live steer. I mean, we
He never
practiced
dallied on a
lot
live
more,
steer.
right?
Yeah.
and so
Little
we're out
difference.
there
Yeah.
every day, and I'm working nights and shift work at that time because of
Yeah.
2020 area.
Yeah.
And so we're pulling around the hot hills. Every day he'd come waking up at 1 o'clock. "Hey, Dick, I got everything ready. Let's go." And so we'd run up to our buddy's place and go in the indoor barn, and we'd rope the hot hills for hours. I'd get done and go home, go
Dally
back to
drills,
work. Yep,
dally
and
drills.
dally drills.
Dally
I'm like,
drills.
"You got to keep all 10 digits."
So worried about his fingers.
And so we get all ready, and we go to Mesquite to the World Series, and they have a couple bonus rope-ins that Braxton can rope in. And there's a 14 and under because he was 12 years old.
Yeah.
And he's entering that thing. And we're entering him up like we're gonna have fun and let him have a chance.
Right
to do
on.
We
this.
thought, hey, if he catches one, it'll be cool. If he does it, it'll be a good experience. Oh my gosh.
It's $4,000 in the saddle if you win it. And Braxton comes out high call. He's the fastest one there, and I'm
First time out of the chute.
First
Yeah,
time.
yeah. And just dallying on 2 feet.
We're
like,
sitting in the
like we've
stands.
been doing it for years.
We're sitting in the stands, and we
Sweating.
have family there, and everybody's just sweating and shaking. And where's Braxton? Like, is he over there? Like, is he ready to rope? And I'm like, I'm getting my stuff ready because I'm gonna run over there to make sure he's okay. And I look over there.
Music's blaring.
Yep, and they're playing
Pump up
hip hop
music, you know.
and just short round dive.
Short round.
And Braxton is dancing.
On a horse. Just jamming out. We're like, are you nervous? Because the rest of us are sweating bullets.
Cool
And he's,
as
Yeah.
a cucumber.
that will
Just a chilled
was
cat.
just ingrained in my memory, just watching him dance the first roping, but his header ended up missing. So he didn't even have to worry about roping feet in the short go. He almost.
But that was his first time.
First time ever.
Unbelievable.
I don't think he missed a steer the whole day and
Yeah.
just rope lights out. And
Yeah.
It's like, okay. And since then, he's
Yeah.
been.
He might be born to.
Yeah.
He might be born to
Yeah.
rope.
And Chaz, man, he put so much pressure on our oldest one. I mean, it was a totally different kid we were used to there. Because I mean, he puts a lot of pressure. He wants to be the best, and he
The
will
man.
work. He'll work until his hands bleed, you know, to just practice and rope that dummy. In first high
Douglas,
school,
Wyoming.
yeah.
We're at the high school rodeo, and he's back in the box, his first steer
Yeah.
ever for at the rodeo. And I look over there, and he's not breathing, and he's white as the walls in this house. And it's like, hey, Chaz, you gotta breathe. And he's like, I'm trying. And he goes out there and takes a deep breath and ropes the steer, and they end up getting a check their first rodeo. And I'm like, they're just made. They
Yeah,
like
two
it.
different kids, two different styles, but
So what's Braxton's goal? I mean, I know he's got to have a goal and where he wants
Oh, boy.
to go.
He wants college rodeo, but I think once he graduates, he wants to go to Colorado to there's a bunch of amateur rodeos down there and go hit the circuit a little bit, and then
yeah.
get his
He,
brother talked into going and try to play rodeo.
So he's gonna go to college.
Yeah.
He's gonna go
Yeah, I think
to college. Just college
yeah.
rodeo thing?
Yep. Yeah, he'll want to go to college. He's looking at a few. He already has a rodeo coach that he's kind of been.
Go Pokes.
Yeah, he's been looking at. I just want him to be happy.
Yeah,
You know, that's
absolutely.
really what you want is happy kids, and so we'll see what he chooses to do. But I mean, he's very goal oriented. Both boys were. I mean, he has the goals written on his phone, and he's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's
That's
really working hard. He really wants to hit national finals. Like he has big goals with that for
Ah,
high school.
right on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next year when he makes it, he's gonna be on your podcast.
I was just
But he
gonna.
told
I
us.
was gonna reach out to him right now in case he ever watches.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I got you. If you get there, you're on the pod. And then at far, how's that?
Yeah,
We'll
then
be
the
doing
NFR.
the
Yes.
booth at the rodeo rings.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
We can do that. We can do that. All right, so I got a question for y'all, and we pretty much, I think we've all kind of covered it, but this is kind of cool because I'm gonna get two answers. So if you could change anything, change one thing in our Western industry to keep it Western, what would it be?
All right, I'll go first.
Wow.
Oh, I don't want to follow
Ladies
you.
first.
I don't want to follow you.
I was gonna do the Jeopardy thing.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
You can go.
Okay.
It's gonna be
So-
a shift to fill.
I
That was Family Feud, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know Jeopardy. Oh, you're blinded. No, I don't watch enough game shows. So I came into obviously my great grandfather was cowboy as they come, and then it kind of skipped a few generations, and I wasn't raised right in it. I mean, I had family members that had ranches and the whole thing, but when we came into Dirk's life, he didn't. My boys really had been on a horse like one time, and so they were learning all of this from Dirk, and everyone kind of gave me crap because they'd be like, even family members and even different people in extended family, I guess I should say, they'd give me crap and be like, he ain't a cowboy, and Dirk would be like, yeah, I'm not. I'm a team roper. I'm not a cowboy. Well, over the last 12 years, I've really come to terms with this whole thing, like cowboy, team roper. What's the difference? And the boys even. Coming home from school one day, a kid on the bus kind of gave one of them crap, like, you're not a cowboy. And it really always it was like a derogatory thing to him. And Dirk would always spin it off, obviously, as a positive thing. You're a team roper, dude, we're fine. But one thing that I would change is these people who've ingrained what a cowboy is. Like in the dictionary, what does a cowboy state it is? It's someone who works a cattle. And I just believe that I wish I could change the attitude towards that. You don't have to swing your leg over a horse, every single day to be a cowboy. It's loving your land. It's loving your people. It's taking care of your animals. It's being a good human. Anyone can be a cowboy, right? I mean, it's not about what you do every day for a living. It's ironic that both of the boys now work on ranches and they love that, and that's what they do, and they are cowboy of cowboys, but it's about being a good human. It's like he is a cowboy, taking these two boys
I
in
like that.
and spending your hard-earned time and energy and money on these boys who weren't yours, but they are yours now. You know, I mean, that's what a cowboy
I like
is.
that. I like that. I like that a lot. And,
That's
and,
what I would change.
and you know what we talk about, and that's, you know what, nobody's ever brought that scenario up or that statement up, and that's so true, because in the days that we live in, of everybody, you know, a lot of judgment, right?
Mhm.
I'll go back to
Yeah.
you know, the Yellowstone thing, and I mean, I hate to keep bringing that up, but I mean, it's the day we're in, right?
Yeah.
And you know what? There's cattlemen, there's cowboys,
Yeah.
there's team ropers,
Mhm.
there's rodeo, you know, there's
Rodeo
rodeo
cowboys.
cowboys,
Oh, yeah.
right? But you're right, all of them are cowboys, because
That's
guess
right.
what? Because it comes from right there.
Exactly right.
Comes right there.
Comes from your heart, and
Yeah, it's all what you want to, how you live your life every day, honesty and hard work.
yeah, and we'd always spin it off like, yeah, we don't, you know, we're team ropers, and it's just like that is one thing that's just bugged me, and I've really come to terms with it in the last few years. Like, you know what?
That's a great answer.
Thank you.
You're not getting out of this.
Oh man,
I knew he's out of here.
I just wish that like there was more opportunity for more people to get to do the lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. Like it's choice that you do what we do and what our kids do and what you see all the time and what you talk to. It's a choice you have to make, and I wish more people got the opportunity to live the life
And see the benefits of it.
Mhm. And see the hard work that it goes into it, and see where like the media does a lot of negative about
Oh, absolutely.
all of it and wants to
Well,
buy
until
it.
Yellowstone, now it's pretty popular.
I was just gonna say, yeah, there's been a lot of light
Yeah,
shed on it, and I'm not saying it's all good light,
Yeah.
but there's been light.
Yeah, there's been light.
Yeah, and I just wish that we had more of it for more
Yeah.
generations of kids to get to see.
Right. That's a good. I like that, man. I like that. Come to Lyman, Wyoming, and you'll see a lot of it.
Pretty good.
It's
Yeah.
real living, baby.
It
Yeah,
is.
it's
It
real.
is.
It's real living. I'm going to tell you, and you guys kind of know this, but Wyoming has always been one of my favorite places. Not in the winter.
No.
Ton of respect for those boys, like I said, but I absolutely love the state of Wyoming. Love the people, love the culture, love the generations of all the ranchers and cowboys that have absolutely just got their knuckles bloody making a living in this state. So
Yeah.
a lot of
Absolutely.
a lot of love.
Well, we love it too. I mean, hopefully soon after these next couple years, we can kind of be part snowbird. come down to
right
Texas
on.
a little bit, maybe Arizona. We'll just kind of get warm in the winter.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
We're finally thawing because it's got 95 today.
Yeah.
We can feel our blood moving.
But y'all are green.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
we've had so much moisture.
Oh my gosh,
We're
it's
not
awesome.
gonna complain. We're not gonna complain.
I can't. I thought about that today. I'm like, when is the last time I saw Wyoming? I mean, like really green.
Yeah.
It's better.
A long-
Man.
Wait till you drive to Cheyenne. You'll just see it. It's
Green.
Ooh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
It's so nice. I mean, it's so crazy. From last year, we were worried about hay, and this year we're
Yeah.
excited.
God bless.
So yeah,
God
absolutely.
bless.
Absolutely thankful.
Right. Okay, it's my time to reach out to our title sponsor, Ranch Texas. Go to ranchtexas.com and check out and I'm talking about some cool ranches, guys. The good Lord has been good to us, and the good ranches are coming to us, so check them out. We've got a lot to offer. My other posse of partners, Rodeo Rigs out of Montana, the Cowboy Roundup out of Wyoming, Laredo Conversions out of Weatherford, Texas, and everybody's favorite Beaver Box. The Beaver Box. The Beaver Box. You guys have seen that Beaver Box, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Beaver
it's
Box.
freaking cool.
Yeah.
It is cool. I want to take a second to reach out to, they don't get enough love, all the ladies that I'm surrounded by at Cowboys, Trailers, and Ranches that are amazing, and really is the reason why this thing goes. My lovely wife, Vanessa, Stephanie Tomko, who was on last week, or a few weeks ago, sorry. She's our branding and marketing manager. She's amazing, like I said on the podcast. Jess Hansen, who does all of our social media on Cowboys, Trailers, and Ranches, absolutely freaking amazing. Michelle, who does a lot with Ranch Texas, God bless her, and Annette Wood, who's also doing a lot with Ranch Texas. Those are the ladies that need a big high five and a round of applause because they keep this thing going. So I just want to take a little bit to reach out to them. So can't thank you two enough.
Thank you.
Y'all have been
It's been
a
fun.
hoot, like I figured. I didn't
Yeah.
think of anything less. So I don't know if you know, but this is kind of how we sign off. I'm gonna give you the Ranch Texas, and you're gonna get the no name.
Love it.
Oh, perfect.
I love it.
So do we remember how we sign off? Let it
Yeah.
off and keep it listening.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Let her butt. Keep it wet.